It depends on what you're doing. Now, I'm familiar with certain modern arguments that try to reform the apostasy rule in terms of a matter of treason. I think the motivation behind that is because obviously that's much more palatable. It's
Palatable
much
for the
palatable
liberal
it
secular
is,
society.
because
Yeah,
it's like you can say, well,
it's
you
a very
guys,
smart
you guys
argument.
punish treason as well, and it's capital
Wrecked.
punishment, and so this is our type of treason, right? That's the sort of broad argument.
You're just as closer to Islam
Yeah.
than you thought. Like,
But
kind
there's
of
still,
thing.
I
Yeah.
would still make a distinction between someone who actually makes the fiqh. Now we're talking fiqh now anymore, not
Yeah.
it's no longer theology. Someone who turns the fiqh of apostasy into one of treason, and that argument has been made. But for me, it's a very modern argument. Modernist inclined scholars and some in the apologetic community have adopted that argument, as opposed to an argument which sort of understands, it still accepts the rule of apostasy as one of apostasy, and it still holds that even a private change in belief is in theory punishable, but it's sort of understanding the wisdom and trying to look at it's a maqsad. And so in usuli terminology we would say one approach is looking at treason as an illah, which means that if it's not treasonous, the rule doesn't apply. And the other one is looking at it more as a maqsad, more as an objective of the law, and more as like, what's sort of overall going on here, but that doesn't change the law in and of itself. The two different approaches. I'm not sure exactly where our brother Muhammad Hijab stands on that. Not that should matter. It's not about any one particular person, but the topic itself, I haven't come across any good arguments that should would push us to revisit the classical fiqh, which was quite a strong consensus on this point about apostasy. But as I said, the point for me is fundamentals. Go back to the fundamentals on these type of cross-cultural, cross ideological discussions.